entitled to it later. Robin Bradford still in the paddock at Oulton Park here at the Neil Howard stages in association with Graham Coffey solicitors, and I'm very lucky I've got the said solicitor with me. Hello.
You have. Hello all. How are we today, Robin?
Well, we're all right, mate. Now look, let's do it two ways. Let's do it as competitive first.
Yes.
You've won this event a couple of times.
I've won it twice, yes.
How long have you been competing?
I've been competing since 1996,
right.
So 21 years now.
But was it ever really serious?
It's unfortunately, when I started, I was quite old, and I'm still old, unfortunately, and I couldn't afford to do it when I was younger. So yes, I'd like to regard I am serious, but I think I'm too old for it in reality.
Now, you're driving your Fiesta this weekend.
Yes.
And you're up there sort of vaguely. Where are you at the moment?
I think we were 8th going into that last stage, but we've just done quite a good stage, so hopefully we've moved slightly up the order. Right,
Kevin Proctor, who won it last year in his Fiesta, currently leading after where we're now 5 stages.
That's right.
But you're not only here as a competitor, you're here as somebody putting something back into the sport as an event sponsor.
Yes.
Why?
I think I need to put something back into rallying. I've been doing rallying, as I said, 21 years there. The reason why Oulton Park's attractive to me is my business is based in Manchester, and this is probably the closest rally to Manchester. Now, we get quite a lot of followers and fans, particularly in the northwest of England, and they're able to come down here. And I've seen so many people who've come to see me. Unfortunately, I don't know all the names, but there's a lot of people out there rooting for us, and it's nice to be able to speak to people who I generally wouldn't speak to in my normal rallying, because I do quite a lot in Europe these days, and obviously...
Didn't you win some foreign title at some point? Weren't you a German rally champion without a German name or something?
Exactly, yeah, a bit of political German history on that one. We ended up winning the championship in 2013, but then there was something to do with the rules saying that non-Germans couldn't win the championship, so being English I couldn't win.
Well, thank you very much for those political comments, Mr. Von Colley. So here you are, you're sponsoring this event at your local circuit, and of course now it's part of this newish, 3 years that we're in now,
3 years,
Motorsport News MSVR Circuit Championship. I've been on my odd visits to England. I was at Brands earlier this year, I was at Cadwell.
Yeah.
It brings out huge numbers of people.
Well, as you see here today, normal rallying is not really spectator friendly in relation to how it is at circuits, and the amount of people that we've got here, I don't know the exact number, but you can certainly see looking around there's a lot of people come to watch it. And I know last year they had an amazing turnout with spectators. The weather was slightly better for us last year, but it's certainly bringing the spectators to the rally, and I think that's why these sort of rallies are so successful.
An effort's been made, of course. Okay, it falls on Bonfire Weekend, but efforts have been made. There is a bonfire, there will be fireworks.
Well, certainly with the organisation of Oulton Park, they try to make it a family environment. So yeah, we've got a bonfire going on, we've got stunt drivers going on, so there's quite a lot, and I think there's also solo demonstrations, or you can get a passenger.
I was watching that earlier on. I didn't realise you could hit a plastic cone quite so far when you slapped it sideways with the rear end of a Maserati MX-5. Didn't half go. Yeah,
Brilliant.
And there's a lot of charity work going on over there as well. I can see that.
That's right.
So now then, dragging you a little bit further away from home, it's exactly a year on Monday that you entered for the first time Sol Rally Barbados. Well, put your entry in.
That's right.
After having been badged at this event by Proctor, who eventually beat you up sufficiently. I mean, hand up the back, was it that sort of thing?
No, not at all. I mean, Kevin's an expert around these sort of places, as he is around sort of Barbados. And he said to me, you need to do Barbados. If you do it once, you'll enjoy it, but you need to have a go at it.
You did it once. You came 8th?
8th, yes.
Which wasn't bad for a first time.
No.
Do you feel, therefore, unfinished business exists?
I do, because I learnt quite a lot in my first experience of Barbados, in particular the road surface, because people were telling me the grip's not that great, and I actually thought the grip wasn't bad. So I was expecting a bit of worse grip. I was expecting more of a holiday type of rally, and the fact is it's an absolutely full-on, amazing, great rally. So for me, I probably went with the wrong mindset, but now I know more about what goes on and how it operates. I think, there is unfinished business there.
Excellent. Well, let's hope that you put in an entry, and we'll see you again. Thanks very much, Graham.